The New England Patriots just got this promising sign. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots on the daily, pushing out that content to people just like you who can't get enough Patriots football. So do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button wherever the heck that is, and comment below. So today what we're going to be talking about is, in my opinion, great news from the Patriots going into next year, looking at its leadership when it comes to this team. As well, we talk about draft stock in the week forward. So jumping right into it, Drake Maye, we know he is the leader of the ship right now. He is a young captain basically coming in and trying to be the leader for this rebuild. It's plain and simple. Again, he's someone I wish we would have seen start at the beginning of the year, move forward, progress, and potentially, be probably in a better spot, technically record-wise, but in a good spot right now, draft-wise. We'll talk about it in a second. But that being said, after the game, Drake Maye showed his frustration for all the noise that's being said about the coaching staff. And I will admit, I'm one of those people where it's, again, if you are doing bad, if a team is doing bad, people start asking questions. And the questions that arise are, who are the people at the top making the decisions, making the play calls, all these different things? They need to be held accountable. Again, this is a man's game. If you can't handle these questions in all these different things, then it's probably not for you. Coaching, probably not for you. Again, when you embrace the highs of coaching, where you're on top of the world, look at Bill Belichick, greatest NFL coach of all time, and then you have to endure the lows, the frustrating time, the getting let go, taking a college job. Again, coaching is an up and down career. And so again, Drake Maye, though, I think this is a promising sign for the Patriots, him coming out and saying this, because it shows his leadership. He says this, quote, "Just trying to block out the noise," Maye said. I think it's a bunch of conversations about our coaching staff and stuff like that. I think it is some BS, to be quite honest. Coach Mayo, like I said, we got his back, and he coaches hard. He wants to win. We all want to win. We're all frustrated. And so I think you have seen a lot of prima donnas in the NFL coming in, being willing to throw people under the bus. And again, If Drake Maye had reason, I don't want to say to throw someone under the bus, but disparage someone and tear them down, I honestly think through all the interviews I've watched of him, I think he would just decline to comment, because I think he seems like a very classy guy. He is looking forward and saying, hey, this is what we need to do, and it's just not in his character, it seems, to tear someone down. Now, I think it says a lot for Drake Maye to say this, because, again, if maybe he was leaning towards the side of, I'm not a huge fan of Gerard Mayo, I'm not a huge fan of AVP, any of these different comments that have been made in the media by fans, I think if he agreed with that, again, I think he would have just been like, nah, I'm not going to comment. Like, next thing, we just need to win better. I think it'd be something like that. Whereas this, listen, he's loyal. And that's another thing that's promising, is it's important that you have a quarterback that has a good head on his shoulders, that displays this kind of character, this kind of loyalty, and this type of leadership. I think that is huge for this organization. Again, I think there are quarterbacks. I think there are players in the NFL. I know there's players in the NFL you look back where you're like, gosh, I'm glad, we dodged that bullet. You look at someone like Caleb Williams. Again, it seems like his teammates like him, but also at times I feel like he's been in the media for the wrong things. And it's just like, again, prima donna. It's, hey, go play football. Go play football. Go be a leader. When you're the quarterback, I think that all a coaching staff is asking you to do is basically those two things. Hey, go do your job. Go be a leader. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. So I find this very promising, again, for the Patriots. As a Patriots fan, it makes me feel better. It continually shows me that the Patriots did the right thing in drafting Drake Maye 3rd overall, and it was a smart decision. again, if it was switched and somehow the Giants had slipped into that spot and got that from the Patriots, I think we would be in a much different situation. So, again, I think this is good for the Patriots. Comment below. What do you think? Just tell me what you think when it comes to Drake Maye, his leadership thus far for this organization, and what you look forward to, and if you think this is promising comments that he's making. Whether you like Gerard Mayo, AVP, Covington, whoever it might be or not. What do you think about these comments? So comment below for that. As well, we talked about briefly in the episode yesterday, but the stock or the draft stock has improved after week 16. Once at the number 3 spot, moving up to that number 2 spot behind the Giants. And we're going to just jump into this. The Giants real quick. If you look down right here, most likely going to lose out. Indianapolis Colts, I have a hard time seeing them win that game, as well as the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles are going to be playing for a playoff spot. They're in the playoffs, but the seeding in the playoffs is going to be huge for the Eagles. Now, the Colts, if you look at this number right here. This is abysmal for a game that is held, technically it's in East Rutherford, New Jersey, but for a New York franchise to be selling tickets for $10, that is crazy. And so I see them losing out, most likely getting the first overall pick, and they need a quarterback. They need a franchise quarterback. So it's either going to be Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. Now, we go back. I just want to talk about this real quick. You go back to prima donnas. I don't want to use the word prima donnas, but someone who brings a lot of drama in maybe along with that, a lot of media presence is someone like Shedeur Sanders. I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is bad. I'm not saying he has bad character. I'm not saying any of that at all. But you have to understand, if you're drafting him, you're also you're not bringing in, but Dion is going to be in the news a lot. So it might be something that's really good for the New York Football Giants. It could be. And again, I'm not disparaging Shedeur Sanders. I've watched him play at Colorado. I do think he is a great quarterback and is one of the best quarterbacks in this draft this year. It would be a different story last year. I think last year you're going to look at that draft class, and in 5 years you could arguably say that is one of the best quarterback draft classes in the past, 10, 20 years. I'm not saying after this year. I'm saying in like 5 years. There were some great quarterbacks in that class, and if they can continue to produce. But Shedeur, think of it from this aspect. At Colorado, got all the hype. At Jackson State, got all the hype. And so now, if he was wherever he's going to be drafted, I think Dion will stay in Colorado. But I do think it's one of those things where he's always talking about it. He's always commenting on it. He's always, putting his 2 cents in. Whatever you think about Dion, primetime, whatever you think about him. But it will be very interesting. So I think that leaves the Patriots, for sure, if they want Travis Hunter, they for sure can get Travis Hunter. And so now a lot of things still have to happen. I believe that means that the was it the Raiders? Man, I can't even remember. Now I'm mumbling. I can't remember if it was the Raiders or who, because the Panthers ended up winning. That's what it was. Panthers won. And so when it comes down to it, number 2 spot, not a bad spot, would be great for the Patriots. Don't think they're going to end up getting the number 1 spot, because I think that's how bad the Giants are. And so we will see moving forward. Sorry, I'm having some hiccups this episode. Golly. So what do you think? Draft, we're going to be talking about a ton the next handful of months. I don't mind it. I love the NFL draft. Was at the draft last year. It was a ton of fun, ton of people. It was just a great atmosphere. Saw Drake Maye get drafted. It was awesome. And so, again, comment below. What do you think about the whole draft thing? It is good news. What do you think about Drake Maye? Comment below when it comes to his comments on the coaches. Do you think that is good, bad, ugly? I don't care. Comment below. Hit that subscribe button on your way out if you have not already. It means the world to me. We'll talk later. Peace.